We all learn about Christopher Columbus in school. He sailed the ocean blue in 1492. He was searching for a new route to the East Indies. He landed on an island in the Caribbean Sea. We call this the discovery of America. But what if this familiar story is incomplete? What if Columbus wasn't the first explorer to set foot on American soil? The truth, as with many things in history, is more complicated. It challenges us to question what we were taught and to consider the perspectives of those who were here long before Columbus. The Americas have a rich and complex past, stretching back thousands of years before European arrival. To truly understand this history, we need to look beyond the traditional narrative and explore the evidence that points to other voyages and other explorers. These journeys challenge the very notion of discovery and open our minds to a more complete understanding of the past. Long before Columbus, intrepid Norse sailors were making their mark on the world. These Vikings, hailing from Scandinavia, were known for their seafaring prowess and their adventurous spirit. Around the year 1000 AD, a Viking named Leif Erikson embarked on a daring journey. Erikson sailed west from Greenland, where Vikings had established settlements. He landed on a new landmass, which he named Vinland. This area is believed to be part of North America, possibly present-day Newfoundland in Canada. Archaeological evidence supports the Viking presence in Vinland. The remains of a Viking settlement were found at Lonso Meadows in Newfoundland. This discovery confirms that Europeans had reached North America centuries before Columbus. The Vikings' presence in Vinland predates Columbus's voyages by almost 500 years. This fact alone rewrites the timeline of transatlantic exploration. It forces us to reconsider the traditional narrative of European arrival in the Americas. The Vikings weren't the only ones who might have beaten Columbus to the Americas. There are intriguing theories about even earlier voyages from other parts of the world. Some suggest that Chinese explorers reached the Americas long before Europeans. Evidence points to possible contact between ancient China and South America. Polynesian sailors, masters of navigation, may have also reached the Americas. Their impressive voyages across vast stretches of the Pacific Ocean demonstrate their seafaring expertise. Could they have made their way to the shores of South America? Some researchers believe it's possible. There's even evidence suggesting that Africans might have crossed the Atlantic Ocean in pre-Columbian times. The Olmec civilization of Mesoamerica, known for its colossal stone heads, bears some intriguing similarities to African cultures. Genetic studies also hint at possible contact between Africa and South America in the distant past. While more research is needed to confirm these theories, they highlight the possibility of a much more interconnected world than we previously imagined. The Americas may have been visited and revisited by people from different continents long before Columbus set sail. Section 4. A land already inhabited. The most crucial point to remember is that the Americas were not empty lands waiting to be discovered. They were already inhabited by diverse and sophisticated societies. Native Americans had established their own cultures, languages, and civilizations over thousands of years. From the Inuit in the Arctic, to the Maya in Mesoamerica, to the Inca in South America, Native American cultures thrived across the continents. They had developed complex systems of agriculture, architecture, astronomy, and governance. To talk about the discovery of America disrespects the history and heritage of these indigenous populations. It ignores their existence and their contributions to the world. It perpetuates the idea that European arrival marked the beginning of history in the Americas, which is simply not true. Section 5. Columbus and the Exchange of Worlds. While Columbus's arrival did not mark the discovery of America, it did usher in a new era of global exchange. This period, known as the Columbian Exchange, had profound and lasting consequences for both the Eastern and Western hemispheres. Columbus's voyages opened up trade routes between Europe and the Americas. This led to the exchange of plants, animals, and goods on an unprecedented scale. Foods like tomatoes, potatoes, and corn were introduced to Europe. Horses, cattle, and wheat were brought to the Americas. However, the Columbian Exchange also had a dark side. European diseases such as smallpox and measles decimated Native American populations. Millions died from diseases to which they had no immunity. The arrival of Europeans also led to the enslavement and exploitation of indigenous peoples. The Columbian Exchange is a complex and nuanced period in history. It brought about both progress and devastation. It's essential to acknowledge both the positive and negative aspects of this exchange and its lasting impact on the world we live in today. Section 6. A shared human story. The story of America's past is not a simple one. It's a tapestry woven from many threads. Vikings, ancient explorers, Native Americans, and European colonizers all played a role in shaping the history of this continent. To understand America's past, we must embrace its complexities and challenge our preconceived notions. We must acknowledge the contributions of all cultures and recognize the interconnectedness of human history. The discovery of America was not a single event, but a long and ongoing process of interaction, exchange, and sadly, conflict. By acknowledging the multiplicity of perspectives and experiences that have shaped America, we gain a richer and more accurate understanding of the past. We also open ourselves up to a more inclusive and equitable future. Section 7. So, who discovered America? The question of who discovered America is, in many ways, the wrong question to ask. It implies a single moment of discovery and ignores the long and complex history of human presence in the Americas. Instead of searching for a single discoverer, we should celebrate the diversity of cultures and the interconnectedness of human history that shaped the Americas. We should honor the legacy of Native Americans who were here long before any European explorer. The story of America is a shared human story. It's a story of exploration, migration, innovation, conflict, and resilience. It's a story that continues to unfold today. By embracing the full complexity of this history, we can learn from the past, understand the present, and build a more inclusive and enlightened future.